Yo, what's up guys, it's King Sean here, back with another video, and in today's video, I will be talking about what Adam Schefter said about Jayden Daniels on the Trap or Dive podcast, how he still thinks it's going to be Jayden Daniels at number 2 overall, and how Commanders fans can already order Jayden Daniels jerseys online. So, if you guys are new to my channel, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications, honor the 4K subs if you could, hit that sub button, I'd really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so first off, before I even get into today's video, shout out to the Trap or Dive podcast. Shout out to them boys over there because getting Adam Schefter on your podcast, on your channel, is just, it's amazing. It is a big deal. Adam Schefter, I can't imagine how busy he must be right now during the draft. I mean, having to cover reports, having to report all these different things. I mean, it must be a bit stressful for him right now. So him having time to come on their podcast, that is amazing for them. So huge shout out to them boys over there on the Travel Dive podcast. Now, what Adam Schefter said on that podcast, he basically discussed how he still thinks that Jayden Daniels will be the pick to us at number 2 overall. And he's been preaching it all offseason. I mean, we can go all the way back to like March. I'm pretty sure the 29th of March when he went on to Pat McAfee's show. And he basically said that he thinks you can pencil, Jayden Daniels to the Commanders into number 2 overall. Now, he's not going to write it in Sharpie, pen, marker, because it's not a for sure thing. But he feels like it's more likely going to happen than the Commanders taking Drake May at number 2 overall or taking J.J. McCarthy at number 2 overall. And like I've said all offseason, I personally prefer Drake May a bit over Jayden Daniels, but I love both dudes, both prospects. They're both amazing prospects. I mean, Jayden Daniels, he has great athleticism, great mobility, great speed. He has a pretty good deep ball. Like I said, I think Drake May has better arm talent, but, Jayden Daniels showed at his pro day that he still has pretty solid arm talent. He has good release. He's good at processing things, good at throwing over the middle, which I'm not sure why people have said, I guess you could say like his intermediate passing isn't the greatest, but he's pretty solid at throwing over the middle, so that should not be an issue for him at all. And then as for, his size, I don't think that'll be a huge issue for him. I mean, Lamar Jackson, he was only like 6 pounds heavier than Jayden Daniels. He might be more, but, according to Google, he's only 6 pounds heavier than Jayden Daniels. So I don't think Jayden Daniels' size will be a huge issue for him in the NFL. And, going back to Adam Schefter, it is really funny that he said, Commanders fans, and he basically talked about on the whole entire podcast that, and go search their YouTube channel up, their podcast up on YouTube, go watch that podcast. Really good podcast, enjoy listening to it. But Schefter basically just talked about how he still thinks, the Commanders are going Jayden Daniels at number 2 overall over Drake May, over J.J. McCarthy. He said it 2 weeks ago on another podcast, and then earlier this week, I think like 4 or 5 days ago, on his own podcast, that you can pencil in Jayden Daniels to the Commanders right now at number 2 overall, and obviously Caleb Williams, to the Bears at number 1 overall. It'll be interesting because I have seen reports saying that, the Patriots like Jayden Daniels over Drake May. And if Jayden Daniels is not there at number 2 overall, if we take him at number 2 and he's not obviously there at number 3 overall for the Patriots might just decide to trade back with a team maybe like the Broncos, the Vikings, or maybe even Raiders. So we shall see, because maybe they don't love Drake May and they just absolutely love Jayden Daniels. So we'll see about that, but it's quite funny, like I said, Adam Schefter saying that Commanders fans, y'all can go ahead and buy y'all jerseys. I personally wouldn't do that because I still don't know if we're actually going to take Jayden Daniels. No one knows what we're going to do. I don't even think Adam Peters, Dan Quinn, Lance Newmark, and company for sure know what they're going to do. They probably have a feel because the draft is in 10 days from now. So they probably have a bit of a feel as who they're going to take, but they just don't know 100%. Maybe they're like 75, 80% the way there, but they still have a bit more homework to do. They have to watch a bit more film footage of those prospects, those guys. So, and I'm pretty sure we're visiting with Jayden Daniels, J.J. McCarthy, and Drake May this week. So, we just won't know who they will be choosing until draft night, maybe around 8:15, 8:30 p.m. when Roger Goodell actually announces our pick. So, hey man, I'm super excited for draft night. It's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be really funny to see all of our fans' reaction, because someone is going to be mad in this fan base, whether we take Jayden Daniels, whether we take Drake May. Heck, even if we take J.J. McCarthy, I think the whole entire fan base will be mad. Well, not, well, maybe some fans wouldn't mind it, but I personally just do not want JJ McCarthy at number 2 overall at all. So hopefully we don't take him, but we shall see. But overall, Jayden Daniels, love him as a prospect, love him as a quarterback. He come in here day one and start and be a really good starting quarterback for us. And honestly, I know we don't have big expectations for this upcoming season, but if we were to add Jayden Daniels or even Drake May, I could see us possibly maybe being in playoff contention, maybe going 8 and 10 wins. But I'm not gonna go there right now. I'm just gonna wait until the season actually starts and plays out, and then we shall go from there. So, like I said, love Jayden Daniels, and I would not make too much of Adam Schefter saying this because he just thinks this is based off of his instincts, not his actual sources from the Washington building, people who are around Washington, the facility, the organization as a whole, saying that they are leaning towards Jayden Daniels right now. This is not from his sources. This is just his instincts, what he's been hearing from the entire league sources, and scouts saying, okay, we think that Jayden Daniels will go number 2 overall to the Commanders. So he may be wrong. We may take JJ McCarthy or Drake May at 2, but we shall see. So like I said, we'll love if we were to take Jayden Daniels at number 2 overall. So that is it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications, on the 4K subs if you could. Hit that sub button. I'd really appreciate it. And other than that, it's been King Sean, and I'm out. Peace.